Well, Steve, a 1960 Buick Invicta land yacht.
That's about right, you're right.
These things are monsters. I've always loved these cars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 59 and 60 were kind of similar, but they sort of cleaned up some of the lines in some respects in 60.
Yes, they did. They toned down the fins in the 60 and they're a little rounded off. The 59s had more of a bat wing approach with squared off fins, and they had stainless steel on the side that crossed each other kind of in an angle down, where this has got more of the bodyline sculpture from the front fender all the way to the back with the F-16 nose cone look in the rear.
Well, and it really does. You're right about the lines coming all the way from the front to the back, but then they sort of fade. I like how the sharp line molds into kind of this bubble.
That's exactly right.
And it does the same thing in the front fender. There's a bubble that comes all the way into the door.
Yes, it does.
What an interesting design, and it kind of a bubble top, isn't it?
It's the same bubble top. 59 and 60, the GM cars all use the same for their two-door hardtop.
That's some complex sheet metal work on these cars.
Yes, it is. I mean, every year GM come up with a new design, and that was the beauty about waiting for the new car every year.
It was fun back then,
yeah, when they lift the cover off on the new designs, and everybody's waiting.
Where'd you find this thing?
I found it in Reno, Nevada, about 2 years ago, and it was built in Southgate, California, which is the GM's West Coast factory.
Right.
And it was purchased in Reno from the original owner, and I'm the fifth owner.
Wow. Now, a repaint?
Second repaint. Original color. Tahiti beige.
Okay, so it is kind of, it's not white. It's kind of a nice.
No, it's like a Tahiti beige, kind of a desert sand color. Kind of blends in good with the desert where I live.
Well, yeah. And you've got, pretty obviously original upholstery in there,
yes,
right?
original factory upholstery. Bench seat. They did provide an option for bucket seats, which is very rare for this car with a center console, but very few of them were made.
But what I loved about the 60 was the dash. I mean, this is a killer dash.
Dash is really
and
cool.
It does tricks, right?
It does not.
Show me some tricks.
Okay, let me show you. Okay. What they have up here is a mirror, which actually is a reflection of the dash. The speedometer is flat. You're looking at a reflection of the speedometer, which lays flat. And you can adjust the height to however your seating position is in the car. So, I can adjust it so I can see all, if you were taller, you go down so it adjusts. And
what's the other thumb wheel?
There's a speed sensor dial over here, so you can set, and there's a little gauge right there, and you can see it. You can set it to whatever speed limit is, and it'll buzz you. It'll buzz you when you get like early cruise control.
Sort of like shock training.
The car don't vibrate, but the buzzer goes off, and it's annoying to where you back off or change your setting.
Great steering wheel, very airy steering wheel, and the gear selector with the Buick Bomber sight still.
Yes, that's cool.
Man, I mean, it's
really
that
cool.
is a killer dash.
Yes, it is. They had a contest in 1960 with all the GM designers, and they had a dashboard competition, and this won Best Dash in 1960.
It's so space-aged, and Buick always had some interesting design elements, and this car captures a lot of them. And I do love the original upholstery. It's dynamite.
Yes.
Well, let's look at the engine.
Okay, sure.
I'm assuming it's also original, Buick
also
through and
original,
through?
about 56,000 original miles, Dennis.
The Wildcat, 445.
Yes. It's actually a 401 nailhead, which was the largest motor that Buick made.
You know what that is?
I'm not sure.
And Buick always did this. That's the torque.
Torque.
This engine is 445 foot-pounds of torque, and they were torque monsters, and they were proud of it, real proud. So.
Yes, they were. But,
now, this looks like one you drive. You do drive it?
I drive it over here, about 150 miles from
No
Lake
kidding.
Havasu up here to Yuma, and she ran fine. I didn't even have to run the air conditioner.
Well, like I was saying, I love the lines of this. This line that starts here and goes all the way to the back, and you got a lot of teeth there.
There's 87 grill teeth in there. I've counted
87 grill teeth.
87 grill teeth.
Yeah, 86, 87. Man, I love these cars. They're so fun to drive, and they look great going down the road. Now, have you been to the Midnight at the Oasis?
This is my first year, and it's a beautiful car show. We got great weather, and it's well organized. I mean, this is unbelievable. On the grass, it's a baseball stadium. It's like golf course grass. It's beautiful.
It doesn't get much better than this.
It doesn't get much better than this.
Nor does it get much better than your 60 Invicta.
Well, thank you very much,
Steve,
Dennis.
thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
What a land yacht. I love it.
Thanks.